Welcome back. I'm King 5 meteorologist Leah Pezzetti. We are coming to you live online right now talking about this first alert weather. We have multiple days of impactful weather heading our way once again. Last week, obviously, national news. We had significant flooding and river flooding. As we head into this week, we are keeping an eye on some of our rivers, but I will just preface all of this with it's not going to be as widespread as what we have already seen. Last week, it was dozens of river at major flood stage. This week, we're keeping an eye on a couple, which I'll show you those, but it's going to be more isolated in significance. However, because of all of this rain and wind as well, the debris flow risk remains high, and also I'm really concerned about trees coming over. We just saw from Leavenworth, Bridget had that story from Leavenworth of that massive tree that came down. That absolutely is something that could potentially continue because what we're seeing here is everything is so saturated from last week's rain event. The ground is so saturated, our rivers are on the rise. So a little bit more rain is the cherry on top, and also a little bit of wind can go a long way, and things will topple over much more easily as we look forward. So we're not out of the clear yet. Even though this storm this week is not as strong as what we saw last week, that does not mean the impact will not be there. So let's take a look at our headlines as we head into the next couple of days. So for tomorrow, we're going to see some morning showers. We're continuing to keep an eye on some rivers on the rise. I'll show you the timing of that, and debris flow risk will remain high. Snow levels will start on the higher side, but by Tuesday night, we'll watch our snow levels drop, and we're going to watch rain increase. So heavy rain for the lowlands will transition to heavy snow in the mountains. That is honestly a good thing overall because we really need to build up that snowpack. Wednesday, we're holding on to showers, we're holding on to wind, we're holding on to mountain snow. So we're not quite out of the clear yet, but we will take a little bit of a breather on Thursday. That being said, we're still hanging on to rain chances and mountain snow chances as well, but we'll keep snow levels much lower into the end of the week. I want to show you that it has been a very wet day already. Shelton, close to 2.5 inches of rain. Olympia, Tacoma to Seattle, all right around an inch of rain. Olympia surpassed an inch of rain. Everett for today has seen half an inch of rain. So it's been fairly wet out there. And you see those purple colors over Stevens and Snoqualmie indicating that much heavier rain as well, multiple inches there. We'll get the official report of today's rain at the end of the day. Satellite and radar shows you that we actually started our day with the widespread rain, but it's tapered off. So we'll let that replay. This was early this morning. You see some moderate to heavy rainfall, but then during the day, it started to taper off just a tiny bit. So as of right now, it's just a few spotty showers that are sticking around. That being said, everybody is still under a flood watch. This is kind of the lowest level of alert. It's a, hey, just be ready for this. We're keeping an eye on this. However, the North Olympic Peninsula and the Kitsap Peninsula have now been removed. So those areas are now trending more in the clear, but everyone else still is under that flood watch. We do have a couple flood warnings in place. Everywhere in these lime green colors are under flood warnings. Now, this is a step above the flood watch. This is, okay, we do expect flooding to occur here. We want you to be ready to go. That being said, no evacuation orders other than what we've already reported to you. But I also want to clarify, a flood warning is different than a flash flood warning. A flash flood warning is going to be that quick moving, swift water. We saw the potential for that today, but it did not come to fruition for the Green River. Here's a look at our rivers and the crest they expect to hit. So we are still continuing to keep an eye on the Skagit River near Mount Vernon and Concrete. That crest looks to happen on Wednesday into Thursday for those rivers at major flood stage. But that's the only really area that we're keeping an eye on major flood stage. Moderate flood stage for the Snohomish River near Snohomish and Monroe, the Skykomish River near Gold Bar, the Snoqualmie River near Carnation, and Snoqualmie Falls as well. All of those will hit moderate flood stage. Same thing, that's looking like Wednesday into Thursday. That's because we have more rain on the way in the kind of the next 24 to 36 hours. For the lowlands, it's really not that much. Half an inch to an inch of rain around Puget Sound, but our higher elevations are looking at higher rain rain chances and totals as well. So 1 to maybe 3 inches of rain for the mountains through the next day. Let's track the rain. Here's a look at tonight, 10 p.m. Spotty showers are still sticking around. And then that's kind of what we're waking up to tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Not that bad. Some heavy rain along the peninsula, but Puget Sound just has some light rain. The rain builds into the evening. This is 5:30 and 6 on Tuesday evening. We start to see those pockets of heavier rainfall picking up, and then that continues into our late evening hours, 9:30 p.m. So about 24 hours from now, some heavy rain moves through, mostly favoring areas farther to the south and the peninsula as well. So it is going to be very wet once again. We are going to see snow levels drop into the end of this week. So that is going to be a great runway for mountain snow chances, which we really need at this point. We have essentially no snowpack, and so this is definitely a good sign. I love to see this. However, that being said, we are looking at quite a bit of snow in a short period of time. So big picture, that's great for the snowpack. Short term, that could lead to some issues on the roadways. Plus, of course, debris flow concern stays high with heavy rain and saturated soil. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on that.